Okay, thank you very much. A bit of technical adjustments, and we are ready to continue where we left off. I was asking Whitty if he thought that there would be some consideration at some point in time in the future of racing both big and small together, because it seems like in terms of pace, the B class travel as quickly as the A class.
No, I don't think so. Some years ago, the STEP did enter in Crocus Bay a race with the A class, STEP being at the time a B class. But no, I don't think I don't think that will happen.
Okay, well, Whit is one of the people who are in the making of these boats and working with them very closely. So we will have to go back to the drawing board if there is to be any hope, which he says there is no hope right now at the moment. And we go past the Four Seasons, towards the western end of Four Seasons, and we are coming up to another nice strip of white sand. Probably I can say white golden sand is shining that much, and we are looking at, just to refresh you a bit, of the first four, Witty.
First four: F5 tornado, hurricane, upsetter, legal, Kijo's pride. Then you got legal rights, ROBB, and the storm in a straight line. Then a little further back, you got the Warrior 140 and the stay.
Yeah, there seemed to be a little closing up of the activity, lengthening in the first place with the two out front, closing up between the other two groupings as we go towards the west for a one lap August Monday race. You know, August Monday has been one of the races in boat racing in Anguilla. It's either that race from Sandy Ground or the race from West End. So there's still quite a bit of talk, which is of the greater prominence. But nevertheless, we are not going to argue over that. It's boat racing, and certainly one of the mottos of Anguilla in terms of boat racing is that we love boat racing. And just to tell us a little, what really is the difference in size between the A class and the B class, we think?
Well, the A class is 28 feet maximum, while the B class is 23 feet.
In difference in booms and mass, any significant difference?
Okay, I think the A class, their mass and riggings are more out of proportion, while the B class are more conducive to high wind racing and high winds. I think because they have a smaller rigging for their size.
So when the wind blows strong, the B class can still venture out, but it's very difficult for the A class with these very long masts and very long booms to venture out in high winds. And a wonderful day looking across towards Anguilla. We are looking towards Meads Bay in front of us, and looking in the back is St. Martin. But St. Martin is ashes gray in color, whether it's the Sahara dust or whether it's clouds. We are not seeing it as prominently as we will see it on a normal clear day. So we are going past one of the premier hotels in Anguilla, the Four Seasons, and we will be going down that strip of sand that leads us right through West End and into the end of the island. When we were getting particulars on the race, we were told that the race will go towards the end of Anguilla and then make it back to its ending destination. And the small race will be the same as the big race. Not much difference between the two two boats we've kept away, the two front boats we've kept away from actually putting linear measurements on them, but they are in close proximity. Then the upsetter and the gray and yellow is along the same line, taking up row number 2, and the row number 3 is a bit wrangly because there are 2 in the back and 1 just in front, and then we have the stay up and the other one partner coming towards the west at the moment. A very nice day for actually for sailing. The sea is blue in all of its wonderful colors, and when we look towards land, we see some parched gray here and there. That would represent coloring on some buildings. That would represent a bit of the dying of the trees or quailing of the trees. We are not getting the rain that we have been getting previously, and we are looking at an expanse of sand stretching from Malahana to almost to the foot of West End. And certainly we've heard a lot about beaches in Anguilla, a beach for every day of the month, but it's a matter of how you calculate these beaches, because if you follow the pattern of the calculation of beaches in a lot of the Caribbean, some of the beaches that we will call a beach could very well be 12, 13 beaches for some of the other islands. We look for an expanse of sand and some blue, azure blue water, almost like the skies, to determine it a beach. A lot of other people do not do that. So as we go towards the west, and I think Whitty has called it wonderfully. When you look at the makeup of the riggings of these B-class boats, certainly it's a pride and a joy to look at. I have a friend who always talking about his days in boat racing, and he talking about 45 years ago in terms of you could have gone out in any form of weather, and is always quarreling about the size of the mast and the boom in these in the bigger boats, the A-class boat. And Bear, I hope I've not given away a secret, or I hope you will realize, or you don't mind me saying it anyways, because you have been so vociferous about that. And maybe if I would have to cast a vote, I might very well side with you. So August, Monday, B-class boat racing from Sandy Ground. Ashore at Sandy Ground is the beach party. So if you have not reached Sandy Ground as yet, make sure you get in line. You're going to have problems with finding car parking or any kind of vehicle parking. You're going to find problems with crowd, and you can virtually see most of the boats from this point, and the marker that we will determine how the order of the boats going down is down, and certainly Whit is going to make the call as they go around the guiding marker.
Well, as they approach the lineup marker, the front boats are much closer. The Hurricane is right on the stern of the F5, and then you got a little gap. Then you got the Keejo's Pride, and then you got a crowd of 4 coming up after. The upsetter seems to be a little in front, but it's still ticklish. It's going to be a close call.
So there you have heard it, and the distance between the two in the rear has been constant over this part of the race thus far. And to come back in it, there will have to be a major fight, as we are looking towards the buoy where the tornado. Let me see if I have it right. Well, to make those kind of calls, really, you are the best person. You know the boats better than I do.
Okay, F5 Tornado gone around the stake, followed by the Hurricane, and then next coming up is the Keejo's Pride, and then after that, should be the Storm. Then that will be followed by the Upsetter. Then ROBB. And after ROBB comes the Legal Rights. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay, so around the stake
Well,
will be 7. Go ahead with him.
Something out, I think, out of character happened there. The leader rights was behind the ROBB, but it trimmed down and went above us. So I don't know if the wardens would have anything to say about that. As it is now, the Warrior 140 would be the next boat around, because she's closer to the stake than the stay-up, even though the stay-up is further down.
So we certainly can see that
as
all,
it is, all
all
boats
9.
are around the stake now.
And we are heading back for sandy ground. At the moment, the stay up is just in the stern of the red one with
As-
the Warrior 140.
As usual, Kenny has made his move early. He is crossed by the legal rights that went around after him.
Very, very interesting, the comments coming from some of the supporting craft, and we noticed that the Warrior 140 and the stay up, they are crossed by the boat that came from the south, and the away we go towards the east, and 8 of them are going towards the land, going in a southerly direction, and the one that break back first is actually going towards the north at the moment. So if you will have a shot at it, you will see the 8 of them on the right are going in towards the land, and the upsetter. As a matter of fact, when Whitty, who knows the boats quite well, will confirm that he will be able to differentiate between that one going towards the northeast and the other 8 going towards the
Ralph,
land.
I've noticed another boat has tacked. The Storm has tacked and started going in the northerly direction again. So you got 7 boats going south and 2 coming north.
And one is quite a distance in the north. At the moment, the one right in the north with is
Say again?
the one right in the north, just behind us.
That's the upsetter.
August Monday B-class boat racing from Sandy Ground, one of the traditional hits in terms of boat racing during the August season. As a matter of fact, before there was a beach party, Sandy Ground, the boat racing was the dominant thing out of Sandy Ground, and certainly August Thursday at Meads Bay. But now we have combined a couple of activities and calling it Summer Festival. Summer Festival part being boat racing, which a lot of people come home for, and the part being the general fetting as such. So the upsetter in the north and the just coming in front of us at the moment would be a red hull with a blue trimming, and the one just in front of us.
This is the storm.
Okay, so the storm is actually
And now the hurricane has also tacked. She was crossed by the Keeger's Pride. Step now also has tack. ROBB has tack.
it's there's
Now here comes tornado tacking.
there has been a pattern in recent times in these races that in most cases a couple of the boats make certain they go as far in the north as they could.
Right.
Normally we are saying that the wind from the northeast coming down towards the right of North Hill, and generally when you're in that direction you're fairly comfortable.
Yeah. The upsetter has now tacked back from the north. We'll see. We'll see what will happen with upsetter and the storm when they come together. Now the F5, she tacks from the inside, and she's sailing very close to the wind up there. I don't know how long the wind would favor her for, but as it is now, she's sailing close to the wind.
The main thing of business right now is in the north where the upsetter is coming towards the storm, and we will have to wait a little while to see what is the result based on the earlier.
Oh boy, the upsetter just got a knock, and the storm got a favoring wind, so and it's going to be close one here. I'm anticipating a hard lead. I don't know whether or not they will take it. No,
Cross the storm.
the storm has crossed, but very close. And as far as I can see, the step, which was once behind, she has gained a lot of ground.
So certainly, Eddie probably is the most senior of the captains out there. Quite a lot of young captains on shore with him, and that should go well for the future of boat racing in Anguilla. So quite a couple of the captains were little boys a few years ago, but now they are firmly in control of one of the favored areas in Anguilla sporting and business activity, boat racing. So just in front of us is the storm, and the upsetter is going.
The step and the upsetter is coming together now, Ralph. The upsetter barely crossed the step now. But I think the upsetter will cross all the other boats except the F5 and the Hurricane.
So out in the north by itself, if you're looking at the monitors, you're seeing the storm going as far as she could in the north at the moment, and the step is just inside of us. It would be very interesting when the upsetter comes back to see where her positioning would be. and the boat right with a blue sail with it, with a blue tag in its sail.
Which one is this?
Right up front.
That's the Hurricane. It's not blue, Ralph. It's green.
Oh boy, it's a beautiful coloring there. As we are going, we're going towards the north, we're going outside of the storm. We're have to look right across the southern end of the ocean that we are now occupying for boat racing. August Monday boat racing, B class boats. We are just a little distance outside of the Osetta at the moment, and very interesting, and sailing quite well towards the north, towards the northeast is the storm at the moment. The second layer of boats seem to be closing in a little. The stay up has made some decent ground, but
Cap,
but
cap, can't
it,
hold the guy. You can throw us down. Yeah,
August Monday
exactly.
boat races from sandy ground and the B class boat race, and some of us are out on sea looking at the boat race. Some of us certainly will be on the shores of sandy ground taking part in the after jam activity. You know, you're fetting last night, you're jamming this morning, and you're straight into the sea at sandy ground. You can't be happy. Certainly, you cannot be happier than that. And quite a lot of Anguillians coming home for actually the season to say hello to relatives and friends, family reunions, and the things of that nature. Quite a bit of partying. It seems like the shows that would have taken place at the Lansam Bowl were quite successful if you judge by the vehicles that were there. But anyway, we are now facing we are now facing the expanse of beach from Malahana to Four Seasons, and we are looking straight into the sail of the storm as the storm goes towards the east, and we will have to wait until they come closer by to certainly make any significant prediction. But what we can say based on the earlier activity is that the storm could very well be the leading boat at the moment. A long way to go, so if we would be a bit off, that wouldn't be anything to fuss about. I'm going to go over to
Pardon?
make certain that I keep Witty in this sort of activity.
It's, we,
We're waiting.
we're so far away. It's hard to tell. Place. Um, I would give right now the Hurricane second place and followed by the Step.
If you would have to make a decision on the storm, where would you place the storm in the first six boats? Because the storm is just in front of us. Looks to be a bit higher than the others, but they certainly, as the land
Uh,
runs,
it's hard to judge. It's hard to judge with the storm because the boats are so far apart. You can't really make a decision. Um, as it is now, the wind has changed on the inside. The storm is no longer going up with the wind like she was going, and as they come out of Meads Bay, the wind seems to be heading them more. So the Storm might be in a good position. I think she'd be ahead of Eddie, which is a step, because Eddie head is falling now while the Storm is going up. Well, F5, she just caught a win again off the land, so she's going up again.
One of the questions I always ask, Witty, is how do you judge boats when they're so far apart from each other?
Well, you try and have an idea of where the wind is coming from, where it's blowing from, so you make your judgment according to that.
And also factoring in with the position of the land in relation to where the boat is.
Not necessarily, because but right now the wind is blowing in spurts. 1 minute is favoring the upsetter, the storm. The storm. Other times it's favoring the boats on the inside. Right now, the gives the storm, that gives to me an advantage, because right now the tornado is coming out on the bowl like head. Now the step caught a wind that's carrying her up again.